finished yet. I'm not finished.
Hold it a minute. I'm not ready to go yet.
We've got a million wires.
Well, we can't
here.
read all those.
Well, you want to acknowledge who they came
I'll look at them later.
Okay. We got a real cute one here you ought to see.
All right.
You're all right.
Well, you've been talking for months now. Let me talk a little bit.
It says, the Ruth Lyons of WLW-T, really happy you are back. Now I have someone to play O'Leary with me again. Welcome back, Ruth. Oscar Robertson.
Oh, remember when we played O'Leary? Isn't that darling? Isn't that darling? I guess there are a lot of nice ones there, aren't there?
Yes, there are, from a lot of wonderful people.
I guess you're going to read them, too.
Well, maybe just acknowledge the names.
Okay.
Like, for example, the nice
You
letter
want to hear
from...
them all, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Nice letter here from what's his name, the president of our company. Is that good enough?
What's his name? John Murphy?
John
Yeah.
T. Murphy.
Uh-huh. With green ink.
It's written in green.
Yeah.
Now that you're back, it used to be written in red, but now that you're back, we'll write it in green again.
Very good.
Then we have one from Dick Wilson, and I looked at this and I said, who's Dick Wilson?
Well, he's
Ruth
the
said,
president of our company.
President of AVCO Corporation. Yeah. Oh, pardon me.
Richard Wilson.
Richard Wilson.
Shows my status. I don't even know who the president of the company
Did
is.
he sign a Dick?
He signed it, Dick.
I know him very well, you see.
I got a letter from him the other day. It says, to all employees. Here's one from Peter Lasker and the gang in New York. And here's one from James R. Kerr, who's chairman of the board
Yes,
of
I
AVCO.
know James.
And we have one from Mayor Walton Backrack. We have one from Pauline and Bert Farber,
Oh,
wonderful
how
friends
nice.
of yours.
Isn't that
And
nice?
Julie LaRosa remembered you were coming
Good.
back. Don Dahlman from WLW-D. A good friend of yours, Roz Young. She's a reporter, isn't she? And John Babcock, who was formerly a vice president
I love John,
here.
don't you?
And Roger Nizer from the Kroger and Top
Kroger.
Value Companies. And Bob Gordon, vice president and general manager of WCPO
Isn't
TV
that
here in
nice?
Cincinnati. Bob Taft Jr. sent you a wire. Carl W. Rich, and he sent his contribution, by the way, to
I
start the
heard you
Christmas
say that.
fund. Bill Sachs from Billboard Magazine.
Good.
And Don Clancy, Congressman Clancy.
Oh, cute little dog.
And our good buddy, Frankel's Drugstore.
Oh,
Doc
across the
Frankel
street.
sent
I
it
can get
over.
my ice cream cones
We
over
didn't
there
hear from the
again.
mission yet, but we heard from Frankel. And the Omega Phi Tau sorority. That's you're an honorary member of Bonnie Lou's
Yes, Bonnie
sorority.
is too.
Pepper Wilson, general manager of the Royals. Don Wirtz, he is with Kroger,
Yes.
of course. Or is that Don
No, he's
Wirtz, who's
with
with
the theater.
Capitol Theater?
Capitol
in Cincinnati?
Theater.
Times Theater, Roy White's
Times
place.
Theater, yes.
We'll get it right in a minute, won't we?
We never go to the movies.
Well, we go there. He has good movies.
Yes,
at the
he has
Times.
good ones.
Beneficial Finance and F.D. Dauber.
Beneficial finance?
Yes.
I want to see that one now.
I'm sorry, that's for me. It says my payment's overdue.
How did that get in there?
No, it says congratulations on your return. Now please send some money.
I'll go
Best
right
wishes,
over. I'll go
Beneficial
right over and
Finance.
get some money. Leave that one out, Bobby.
F.D. Dauber, Administrator, Spears Hospital, Dayton, Kentucky. The children from Mercy Hospital in Hamilton. Walter Mitchley, Administration of Middletown Hospital. The children and employees of Good Sam Hospital in Dayton. Gerald Coling, Susan Morrissey, and...
I went to school with her.
Did you really? And here's one from Dolores Scott, used to work here at WLW. Todd Gallagher and Lynn Stoyer and Don
Yeah.
Jansen and Bill Oldham from Chicago office. And Danny Arnold, who used to handle
Oh,
your
how
prizes.
nice. Isn't that cute?
Mrs. Edna Allen, who is a viewer of your program. Gloria Corey, who is president of the Cincinnati Business and Professional Women's Club, who salute you.
Isn't that wonderful?
And Grace Sheets and Mildred Lampke, and a loyal viewer, Beverly Hollingsworth of Dayton, Ohio.
Well, those are very wonderful, aren't they? And I appreciate every one of them.
You got a new
I got
pair
one
of
at
socks.
home this morning from Mr. Schaus's mother.
Oh, did you?
Mary Schaus down in Georgetown, Kentucky. You remember her?
Indeed, I do.
She said she was very proud of us coming back and everything.
You got some Tootsie Warmers from a lady who's here today.
Oh, how cute. Who brought me these? Who brought these? Thank you very much. Aren't they cute? What's your name? Mrs. Siebert. Thank you, Mrs. Siebert. They're very nice. I appreciate
nice
those.
poem you'll want to read
Wrote a
after a while,
poem,
too.
huh? All right. Now, who are all those flowers from over there? Look at those beautiful flowers.
Everybody, I think.
Aren't they beautiful? We'll have to give some of those away here because I can't take them all home as much as I'd like to. Yes, uh-huh. Would you like to have some of my flowers today? Well, I'll see that they get some. You know, if it wasn't for everybody out there in this audience, I never would have made it today.
That's very true.
I have had so many wonderful letters. Oh, just wonderful. And I can't begin to tell you how much you appreciate things like that, you know?
I'm sure you do.
Wonderful letters, wonderful cards, letters of encouragement and everything. I appreciate every single one. I read every one.
I know.
I read until my eyes almost came out.
I've called you many times. You've been crying. I said, what? I just read letters.
Oh, they're just so beautiful. And everybody has trouble, you know. Everybody has problems. And, of course, that's the hard part to keep on going. But you have to try. And I'm going to try real hard. I don't know whether I'll make it every day, Bobby. I'll let you and Peter get on here someday and carry on, or you and Nick or something.
Okay.
But I'll come as often as I can. Is that all right with you?
That's wonderful.
Good. Thank you. Now, of course, the Christmas fund is very important. I am so worried about the Christmas fund this year.
Oh, Ruth.
Oh, I always worry.
Let me worry.
Oh,
now.
I will,
Let
but
me
they
worry.
have been really bringing an awful lot
I
every
know
day.
they have.
They do.
Money's tight, they say. Uh-huh.
Yes.
We have a nice contribution from the people who are here today.
$189.25. Thank you very much. And of course, we have to get busy with those prizes and everything. You haven't done that yet.
Well, we have quite a few. We've mentioned a few, like your good friend Carl Gatchett.
Oh, wasn't that
Oh,
lovely?
it surely was. This is his 19th year to give you a car. And then you have, the other day we heard from Zest. We just have Zest coming onto the
I know,
program
uh-huh.
now. And they gave $1,000, which we can divide in half, 500
They
for
gave
Thanksgiving.
$1,500.
Did you get another 5 out of them?
I did. Already? Yeah.
Are you telling them now, or is
No, I'm
just...
telling them later. Going to have $1,000 on Christmas and $500
Oh,
on
my goodness.
Thanksgiving.
And Puffs, you got $1,000 from
Yes.
them, too.
And got $1,500 from Purex also.
We got 2 tractors to give away.
Yes, I wouldn't want to win that, though. I'd rather win the $1,000, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Well,
I think
it all
I can use
depends
it
where you
more.
live and if
Herman
you have
rather have the
need.
tractor. I've seen his
I think
dirt.
Herman
yeah.
would like that,
With all
yes.
the dirt.
Uh-huh. Now, this is the first time you've been here at Christmas, isn't it, Colleen?
Yes, ma'am. And
You're a
I'm
newcomer
so
here,
excited.
aren't you?
And I couldn't be more thrilled than I am
I'm
today.
so glad to have you here as part of the program, too.
Thank you.
Of course, Ruby's an old hand at it, and Bonnie Lou. Are your kids just going to sit here today and not do anything?
I don't know. We hadn't
Look at
even
Marion sitting
planned.
back there, just leaning back, waiting for her afternoon show. Why don't you get right up now and sing me
She's
something,
waiting
Marion?
for her carpet. That's what she's waiting for.
She wants me to say, when I get through with it, I'll let you have it, Marion. She had to tell me
We'll
about
clean
that.
it up, honey.
I know, you'll let me have it all.
I'll let you have it, yes. What are you going to sing, Marion?
Well, we tried to think of songs that you would enjoy, that have been some of your favorites, all of us. And I thought I would do The Sound of Music, because you always seem
Good,
to like
that's
that.
good. That's a good song, too, and you sing it very well.
Thank you.
Miss Marion Spellman.
Deep in the dark green shadows are voices that urge me to stay. So I pause and I wait and I listen for one more voice, for one more lovely thing that the hills might say. Like the wings of the birds that rise from the lakes to the trees. My heart wants to sigh like a chime that flies from the church on the breeze, to laugh like a brook as it trips and falls over stones on its way to sing through the night. Like a lark who is learning to pray. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I know I will hear what I've heard before.
that was beautiful. Thank you so much, Marion. Now, Ruby, quit crying. Now, you stop that. Quit that
A
sniffling
thing. I'm
right
going to
now.
sit here and behave
She
beautifully.
does nothing but sniffle all the time.
Well, I just have a
I'm
cold,
back
that's all.
inside. I got a runner already.
No kidding.
How about that? I haven't been here 2 minutes, got a runner. I'm going to charge
have to
Mr.
do
Murphy.
something about those
Mr. Murphy's going
bracelets.
to pay for those.
Maybe there's a
I
little
have
rough.
My
to
bracelet
buy
catch
it.
cut on there. I got all kind of jewelry that catches on things, you
I
know.
have to do something about it.
My watch does it on this leg, and this
Give her
one
a set
this
of
does on the
files
other
for
leg.
Watch
What?
Said I'll give you a set of files for Christmas.
Not for that. Isn't that awful, though? You won't look, will you? I won't go out and change them or anything. I'll just stay right here and let it stay there. You know?
Fellow in the second row is the first one to see it.
I know. I saw him pointing at it. You know. Now,
Only one thing that we haven't done so far.
What's that?
Make this seem like a natural, regular,
What's that, Peter?
routine Ruth Lyons commercials.
oh, be quiet.
Yes, very important.
Quiet. What is the matter
Have to
with
make
you?
money. Make money.
After all your years, you're still worried about that,
That's
Peter?
right. I am on his way out. John Murphy winked at me and said, "Don't forget the commercials."
Well, why didn't he do them while he was here then?
No, he knows. He leaves it in the hands of his best saleswoman.
Oh, I see. Well, what do we have to do in the way of commercials?
Well, we have quite a list, I think.
Elsa has nothing but food, flowers all over the table.
Oh, she's got looks like a banquet for a queen.
Oh, she has another table over here. What do you have, Elsa? Oh, I see some royal gelatin there.
Yes, a big orange salad to welcome you home.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. What else do I see? What? Some deviled eggs?
Mrs. Paul's
Mrs.
dinners.
Paul's dinners.
And spaghetti and meatballs from Cremettes.
Good.
And a big pumpkin pie with Lucky Whip mix on top.
Oh, good.
And some
iced tea.
And iced tea and premium saltines with melted cheese and bacon on top.
Save all that. We'll eat
Oh,
that
I
after the
will.
show.
And a beautiful Ori cinnamon Danish crunch
Oh,
cake.
I had one of those for
Oh, they're
breakfast this
great.
morning. That's great. You know. When
See?
did that come on the show, Bobby?
Commercials
Last
can
week
be
was
nice.
the first time.
Last week? That was wonderful. They're come frozen, you know.
Right, that carrot cake is out of this world.
I haven't
too.
had one of those
Oh,
yet.
is that good? Really is.
I had the Danish pastry, though, and it certainly is delicious. Have you tried these, Ruby?
Yes, I have, and they
They're
are
really
delightful.
fine. This is exactly like the one I had this morning, pecan crunch. It's very, very good. And I had that. That was my first breakfast, you see. Coffee and this was my first one. Then I had a second breakfast, too, a little bit bigger than that. But this is very good, and you'll find them in the frozen cases at your grocer's, which is a nice thing to do. Of course, everything else on there I know about, don't you? So no use talking about it, is it, girls?
Royal, we talked about that for
Well,
years.
no.
I've talked about Royal for years. I've talked about Cremettes for years.
I know.
I've talked about Hellman's mayonnaise for years. And I guess you made the deviled eggs out of that, didn't you, Elsa?
We don't have deviled eggs.
Well, I saw something that looked like deviled eggs over there.
Jeez, she talked.
Oh, I see. That's cheese on crackers.
Yeah, all three of them.
Looks just like deviled eggs, doesn't it, girls? Exactly. Doesn't it look like deviled eggs to you? Of course, it would to you, Ruby. You're as blind as I
It
am.
does look like deviled eggs to me. They're a little flat.
Yes, they are.
Flat eggs.
Now, what do you have in there, Elsa?
Premium saltines.
Yeah.
With melted cheese and bacon curls on top to dress them up.
I wouldn't care for that at all, would you?
No, might be
I
pretty
wouldn't.
good.
I don't like. I like crackers just the way they are, without anything on them. Maybe a little butter. That's all. A little margarine, you know.
Well, I like them that way, too. Bob was commenting the other day that they're a little browner this year.
I don't think they are.
Don't you really?
That's what
I
you said,
searched
Bob.
the other night for 4 hours to find one brown one.
Yeah, but
After
you
you
like
said that.
yours burned to a crisp.
I know, but they won't do it for me.
I know.
These, of course, are the finest you can buy, made by Nabisco. Premium saltines. I like the Ritz crackers so well, too. I get those all the time. Don't you get those?
Anything by the
Anything made, that's my plan.
And, of course, the royal gelatin, you can make it up in any flavor you want. You can put anything with it, any fruit you want. Make a mold and everything. And then you have a pumpkin pie with Lucky Whip, did you say, Elsa?
Isn't it
Good.
beautiful?
You girls use Lucky Whip, do you? Now, do you really or not? Let's answer back. Good. You know, that's the grandest stuff in the world. You can mix it up ahead of time and keep it ready, and it just stays so nice and fresh and peaked, you know. And it's not a bit hard to use at all. I wouldn't buy whipped cream again for anything, would you?
Well, no, because it
There's
has so
so
many
few calories, you know, in
This
this.
is fine.
That makes a big difference. Sure we
Bonnie
do.
and I are talking today.
Bonnie, tell me something. Are you pregnant? Well, I want to know. I've been hearing.
May I
all the-
say, Miss Lyons, that I'm not?
Well, thank you. I'm glad to say I'll never kid you about it.
have I ever been flattered?
I just don't like to kid about things like
No,
that.
I am not.
I
If
don't
the
think
Lord
they should
blesses
kid you
us
about
with a
that.
baby, that'll be fine, but I
Yeah.
am not.
Well, I'm glad. I didn't know. Nobody told me. Now you know. She is not.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
I'm beginning to doubt now.
I know she has.
I'm pregnant, you know?
Oh, I see.
No, I'm not.
Well, who started that anyway? Who started that?
Oh, our very dear friend, Paul Dixon. He's got a kid, you know, and he thought I got married, and he figures up on his fingers, you know. I've been married 9 months, and he just, he
should
thought,
have had it by now almost then.
yes, almost. Yeah, I could, yes.
Yeah.
But, yes, because I've been married over 9 months now.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Well,
Come on over here,
anyway,
Vic, I
Miss
wanna
Lyons,
talk to
I'm
you a
not.
minute.
All right, honey?
I haven't talked to you before. I know your sister so well, you know.
Ruth, you know, I was just thinking, I was looking around here, and I believe that I probably have known you longer than anybody here except Pete Grant.
Really and truly?
Met you and Rita Hackett at the same time.
You
Do
did?
remember that?
I
Yes.
don't remember that. You must have been a little boy.
Oh, well, it wasn't that long ago. Yeah, I was.
How long ago was it?
Well, I was 11.
Well, that's a
At
little
the time.
boy,
Yeah, and yes, and that was back when Rosemary and Betty were here
I knew
together.
them both so well, you know.
Yes, I know you did.
I love them both,
Yes,
too.
and it's
How are they
reciprocal.
all?
They're doing very well, except that Rosemary has a little problem now with
I
the
heard
vocal
you say about her
cords.
throat.
Yeah, she had laryngitis and didn't take care of it, apparently. And the same thing I believe that Bonnie had.
Bonnie had the same thing,
And, but as I was telling Bob the other day, she called me to tell me she wasn't allowed to talk.
I heard you say that. I thought that was so cute.
That's the truth, too.
Well, I'd like to see those girls again.
I'd love to get them back here. We were hoping that they would get back here this summer and be able to spend some time with us. And, of course, we'd like to get together in summer if possible and get all those kids, all 11 of those kids
How
together.
many does Betty have?
Betty has 4. Rosemary has 5, and I have 2. So, I mean, that's 11.
You're doing all right then.
I'm a
You're
little
in the
behind.
race. You're in the
I'm
race.
a little behind right now,
Well, it's so
actually.
nice to have you here, Nick.
Ruth, it's a real pleasure
I'm
to
so
be
glad
here.
you're going to be on the show, too.
Thank you so much. It's a
Thank
real
you,
pleasure to be here.
indeed.
Right, my pleasure. Excuse me, I want to get Bob back.
Peter, how you been?
I've been just
Are you
fine.
married?
No, yes. Unofficially.
Unofficially?
Yes. And it's the most wonderful arrangement in the world. No, I mean.
What do you mean, most
I mean,
wonderful arrangement?
our marriage.
Tell me more.
Our marriage. I never see Mary. She never sees me. We're going to live happily forever.
She can't see you, they tell me.
No, she can't see me at all. Never could see
You can't
me.
see you. You can't see
I
her.
could always see her. I admired her
I know
very
you do.
much.
She's a very great girl.
The first time.
doesn't have to pay her bills.
That's right. That's right.
But it is a nice arrangement. You know, Winston Churchill, for instance, never saw Lady Clementine in the morning, never saw her until afternoon, because it was agreed that they would always fight at breakfast time. And that's one of the things that he believes prolonged their marriage. Now, if he
I
could
think
prolong
that's
his...
silly.
Well,
Don't
if
you
we're not
think so?
seeing each other at all, it seems to me our
You'll
marriage
last
would
forever.
in infinity.
Yes,
Just go on and on forever.
Call Peter's Mr. Zest.
Mr. Zest.
Yes, because it also works fast and doesn't leave a ring.
What does he mean?
Do you have Zest soap on here now?
Do we, I should
Is
say.
it on today?
No, they were on yesterday.
Oh. Instead of Camay, huh?
It's the same company,
I
as you
know it
know. We
is,
just
uh-huh.
switched from one of their products to another. It's a great soap.
How do you like Mrs. Paul's fish dinners?
They're golden good.
Do you like
golden
those,
good.
Peter?
Oh, very much.
I think they're very good. Have you tried them? How many have tried those? You know, you have to try things before you know.
They really should try.
And when I
They're
tried
delicious.
them the first time, I like the shrimp so much. Do you like
I
that?
do too, and I like that dinner, the
Yes,
mixed.
The mixed dinner.
Delicious.
Flounders,
You
my
like the
favorite.
flounder the best,
Yes,
do you really?
love flounder.
And of course, that's all prepared in the most beautiful kitchens you ever saw in your life. Everything in it is just perfect, the best you can possibly buy. Peas that's empty. Why don't you give me a full one?
You're a little cold to hold, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm not going to sit here and hold up things. I can't stand that when you do that, Bobby.
You can't?
No, I can't stand that. You know what they look like, so why should I sit here and hold them up?
You can't always depend on that.
You're always sitting there holding up a can of Ajax or something. I don't think we should have to do that, do you?
Well,
Where's the hod?
Johnny
Don't we have
Carson
the
does
hod
it.
over there?
Someplace. There's the hide. With
Come on now,
Roger.
Roger, what's the matter with you? You haven't got anything on the hod over there.
Get on the hide, honey.
Why don't you get those frozen dinners on there for Mrs. Paul's?
2 down, 3 to go.
I didn't see the gala towels either.
Oh, dear.
I love those towels.
so do
They
I.
are great.
You know, we have so many spills around the house,
Yeah.
you know. Drink a little coffee now and then, leave a little ring or something.
Yes.
Take one of those, wipe it right up.
Should
and
have
do
them
it.
handy to preserve Marion's carpet here for
Yes,
the
we should,
August
Marion,
show.
Now hold it up, Bobby.
Well, now, you used to always have me bring those things into you.
I never held
That's
them
where I
up,
picked that
though.
up from.
I never held them up and just said, now
Ruth
this
Lyons.
is so-and-so. Well, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll wait. Go ahead.
You'll make a wonderful team. Ruth can talk about it, and you can hold it.
Yeah.
Hold it. Hold it.
Now he's going to have a complex.
These are wonderful, though. If you've never used them, you should, because they're very thick and thirsty and nice to use. They wipe up spills. I use them for a lot of things around the house, you know.
Use them for table mats.
I know.
Here, give it back. You look like Bob Bronson.
Yeah.
How about you sing me a song, Bonnie Lou?
I'd love to.
All right. What are you going to sing?
Rockabye your baby.
Oh,
that's
good.
good.
That's a
That's
good one.
fine.
Uh-huh. Oh, I wonder about that.
I got sharp. Never even
No
thought,
wonder
well,
she
I'll
has
just
to
get in
deny that.
practice, you know, if it does happen.
No wonder she has to deny that every day. I know.
Oh, well, he doesn't mean. He just has lots of fun, Miss Lyons. And
like
so,
Go ahead, baby.
Rockabye your baby to a Dixie melody. When you croon a tune to the heart of Dixie. Just hang your cradle, mammy mine, right on that Mason-Dixon line, and swing it from Virginia to Tennessee with all the love that's in ya. Weep no more, my lady, sing that song again for me. And old Black Joe, well, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'm gonna deliver the minute that you sing that Swanee River. Rockabye, you rockabye baby to a Dixie melody. Oh, weep no more, my lady. Sing that song again for me. And old Black Joe, well, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'm gonna deliver the minute that you sing that Swanee River. Rockabye, you rockabye baby to Dixie melody.
I think she's wonderful.
He is, yes.
When Bonnie sings a song, it's been sung.
It sure has.
It really has. What did you have there, Bobby? I was kind of anxious to see what that is.
This is a plaque that John Slocum was vice president
Over
and
at
general manager.
WLW-I.
Right, Channel 13. And he had this prepared for you. The 50-50 Club came on the air in 1946, isn't that correct?
That's
Lon?
right.
And it's 20 years old this year. We observed your 20th anniversary. I think it was back in February, wasn't it, Ruth?
18th of February.
And he, of course, didn't send this over then, but he has 50-cent pieces, and each is in the date for every year you've been on, starting with 1946 and up into 1966.
Isn't that
And it's all put together
darling?
on a plaque.
Isn't that darling?
Great idea.
What's it say on that
It
plaque?
says Ruth Lyons 1946 50-50 Club 1966. Many have been made happier because you were concerned. Presented with great affection from WLW-I
Isn't
Channel
that
13.
lovely? I just adore that. Oh, that's beautiful.
It is.
And I can always it too, you know. I'll never be out of money. You
Let's
can't
hope
find
you
them
never
anymore.
have to.
That's beautiful. I love that.
And you have another plaque that came from Bud Boskin out of Delfair Bowling Lanes. He's been a
I thought
big
you were gonna read that
fan of
later.
yours. Oh, yes, that's
You
right.
told me
we will.
yesterday
You're
you were.
You're right. I'm not- Like at the end of the
See,
show.
I remember better than he does.
Well,
Who
I'm
are these
getting old,
flowers?
you know. I'm
Flowers for?
30 now. These came from Mrs. Edmund Bolke.
We'll give them to her before we wave, so she'll be all dressed
She's
up.
right in
Right
front
here
of
in the
us.
front. Nice to see you, Mrs. Bulkey. Here. Where are you from? Dayton, Ohio? Nice to have him here, isn't it? Now, let me see, Bobby. I want to do something else right
Show
now.
the flowers.
Why don't you show those flowers? I think they're so beautiful. And maybe you could tell me who some of them are from, Bobby. Can you?
Go over, sure.
I'd like to know. I love the flowers anyway. And show them that great big card, Bob. That's the cutest
right.
thing you ever saw in your life.
Well, we knew who it came from.
Look
the
at this
minute
card.
It was open. It says, things go better with, things go better with, things go better with, and it shows a man playing banjo, and you open on the inside, it says, with Ruth.
Isn't
Your
that
friends
darling?
at Coca-Cola, Serta, and 800 Broadway, which is the Chester C. Moreland Advertising Agency, and he and Ruth have been
Chester
great
sends
friends
me
for
cards
years.
all the time. He has the cutest cards, you know. Always sends me something.
He's a clever
How
man.
about the flowers now, Bobby?
All
You've
right,
got
could
the
we
cards
move these
off of
things so
them?
we can see them, please? We have a nice bouquet from Suttmiller's in Dayton, Ohio, from the Suttmiller brothers.
Oh, that's nice.
And you have a lovely arrangement from
I thought you were
Cunningham
going
and
to take the
Walsh.
cards off those and give them to him.
And we have flowers here from Bentkin Greenhouse, Ruth. And
Isn't that beautiful?
from Glenn Ryle, Skipper Ryle from WKRC
Oh,
in
how nice. Let
Cincinnati.
me see which one of those.
These are the beautiful yellow roses right here on the corner from
Aren't
Skipper.
they darling from
Don
Glen
Dahlman
Ryle?
and staff at WLW-D. And here's another large arrangement in the back. We'll get to that in a minute. Right in the middle here, we have a great big cake, which was prepared by Daily Donuts, and it says the dollars will flow with Ruth on the show. And
Isn't
there
that wonderful?
are
The
silver
money's coming in
dollars
already.
and half dollars in there, right.
Beautiful.
You have flowers from Betty and Bill O'Neill.
Oh, isn't that nice?
He's a former governor, of course.
And I
think
love
everybody knows
Betty
who Bill
O'Neill.
O'Neill is. And from WNOP over in Newport, Kentucky.
How nice. Everybody
And
remembered me. Isn't that nice?
from Jack
All the other
Shibley.
stations and everything?
Jack Shibley, who is the general manager of the Gibson Hotel, said, you'll never know how much we missed you, Sheraton Gibson Hotel. And here's from Marie and Harry Ridoff. We and 9 million others, plus, are overwhelmed with joy on your return. Here's one from Bill Spiegel, who is executive producer of
Oh,
WLW
yes, I know
Television.
Bill,
And it says, welcome back, Judy, Paul, and George, and Bob Sullivan. And you have some from Milt Sloss and the
At Cons,
Cons and Sons Company, and from Gene and the gang at Ace Camera.
Oh, how
Over here,
nice.
they've provided us with many cameras and
They
also
really
nice things
have,
for Christmas again. And
What's this one, Mickey?
let's see what that one says. This is from Walt Bartlett and the staff of
Oh, isn't
WLW-T.
that nice?
Francis Jones, is it Petker?
Petker,
Jones the florist. And then these are,
Isn't that darling? That must be Mrs. Paul.
must be.
With the fishing thing.
And there's one in there for
I
me.
got
don't
some
know
lovely
which one it
flowers
is,
at
though.
home from Phil Lombardo, too.
Did you?
Just beautiful. Red roses.
The ones from Scott McLean are on the table.
Oh, aren't they pretty?
With a poem he read by
A poem? Let's read the poem.
Here it is.
Thank you, Nick. You want to read it? I can't see it.
Sure thing.
You're younger than I
Written
am.
by hand. Okay, Ruth says, Mother's back for which we're glad, so let the welkin sound. We've missed you, Ruth, and it's been sad not to have you around. But now you're here, so far and near let joyousness abound, and nobody, but nobody,
Oh, that-
is happier than I.
Oh, isn't that cute? Isn't that darling? I think you should be on Moon River.
Oh,
you
you
have a
think-
great voice.
Do you think so, Ruth?
I think he does, don't you think so? Hi, sweetheart. Thank you. Is this for the Christmas fund? What's your name?
Deborah.
Deborah, what's yours?
Lisa.
Lisa? Thank you very much. Deborah and Lisa, aren't they cute?
You have more from the Detmer Hospital and Fryman Display, too, Ruth, and also Cincinnati Flower Growers Association.
I got them from everybody in the world. Who's that from? Paul Palazzola. Oh, bless his heart. Isn't that? Oh, put that up, Clifford. That's so beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
Put it right in front of the table here, where it shows. Or why don't you hide the microphone there with it? That's magnificent. Isn't that magnificent? Has a little Christmas tree in it and everything. Isn't that lovely?
that in your glasses on that bird of paradise.
Birds of Paradise. Bird of Paradise. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, the glasses.
Glasses. Isn't that cute?
Ruth, in your office, we didn't want to bring it in here to get it broken, but in your office you have a creamer and some other
Yes, cream
piece
and
of
pitcher
china,
from
Wedgwood.
the kids at WLW-C.
Right.
They
And
gave me the little cups to that before, you know.
You also got flowers from Polly Buck of New Richmond, Indiana.
I'm having a birthday all over again.
Indeed you are.
It's
We
coming
missed you
too
last
soon. I
week.
shouldn't have another birthday this soon. We could go today, it was, wasn't it? Well, this is wonderful. People are so good to me, Bobby. Why are they so good to me?
Because they love you.
I just can't understand that. I really can't. I've tried to analyze that, and I can't understand it.
I think that the fact that you've been such a leader to them, Ruth, and they look to you for
Well, I
courage.
haven't done that anything great like that. I really haven't. I'm very sincere. I don't know why people are so nice to me. I can't understand it.
Miss Lyons,
I'm not looking for anything or anything. I'm just telling you what I think about it.
We all understand.
Listen to this wire, and you'll know how most everyone feels. It says, please accept our sincere wishes for your good health and happiness in the years ahead, along with our thanks for returning to the program where you've done so much for so many. Very sincerely yours, Arlene and Henry Harris, Sr. and Jr.
Oh, how nice. Isn't that nice? Uh-huh. I didn't get anything from Bill DeWitt, did I?
I think he's given a little too much away recently, and I think that
Oh,
You know, he went to Los Angeles for the series, and he wouldn't go to Baltimore, and they were all upset because they had a big reception planned and everything for him at the airport, and he didn't show up.
They did not. I feel kind of sorry for him. I really do.
I do, too.
Pappas might have been good, you know.
If you'd have made a good trade.
But what a mess it turned out to be. Oh! I was so glad when that home run held up in that last game. I thought I would just die. Weren't you?
Yes,
I wanted Frankie to win for us, you know.
Did you hear on the news this morning?
Guess who I
Frankie
talked
almost
to
drowned.
last night?
Who?
Frankie Robinson.
Did you?
Yes, I did. He called me from New York. And he said he would have come down today to come in with me, but he had to go to New York tomorrow. He was from Baltimore. He called me. Has to go and accept the favorite player award. Uh-huh.
Isn't that a Brown Award?
Huh?
Gets a Corvette.
Yes, he gets a Corvette. Uh-huh. And I was so thrilled. I think he's the greatest guy in the world, don't you?
He is, and he has a pretty.
Of course, I don't know what I'm going to do about this ball team this year. You know, what's his name? Dave Bristol said I could come down there. He said I could sit in the dugout even.
He's a man's man, that Bristol is. You watch him go next
Well, he
year.
needs a few more men then.
Yeah, he does.
He can't play it all by himself, you know.
No, but he's allowed to belt them if they don't play very well.
I think
I
they
like
need
him.
pitchers more than anything.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
You know, that really proved that pitching is a game, isn't it?
It is.
Because look how they downed those Dodgers. I didn't think it'd be that much of a whitewash, did you?
No, I don't think anybody did.
You never know on a
Everybody
given
was
day.
shocked.
You never know. On paper, Baltimore was a hitting club with very poor pitching.
You know, I happen to know that Frank Robinson doesn't like, what's his name? The one that pitched last?
Drysdale?
Drysdale. He doesn't like him.
That was a feud from before, wasn't
Yes,
it? When he was
from when he was with
Reds?
I don't think I'd like him if I had to hit against him either.
And I bet you he just was tickled to death to get that one run. And I bet Drysdale was furious. I was really glad, though.
You know, you have to, though, feel a little bit sorry for a guy like Drysdale and Claude Osteen and Koufax. They pitched beautiful ball games.
Yes,
and
they
on
did,
any
but
other
the other
normal
ones pitched
type
better
day.
ones.
Oh, absolutely. We're just, well, not...
And the one was such a young boy, too, such a young, nice
Oh, yeah,
new
he
boy.
was.
Uh-huh.
And one of our other cast-offs from Cincinnati, Mo Drobowski.
Dabrowski,
Yeah,
uh-huh,
he
he
couldn't
used to be
pitch for
here.
us, but he pitched in the World Series and shut him out for 7 innings.
Now, somebody else is here today I think you'll want to meet. Somebody who was on their way from Florida to Chicago, and just so happens they got here on this very day. And I was so delighted because they're really my sons, you know. The Four Saints. My goodness, you know we have a door now. This is not an old, this is something brand new. How do you like
John going through store windows.
it? How was the hurricane this year?
That's why they're not used to going through doors. They don't have any left.
Come on over and and sit down. How are y'all?
Fine.
Good to see you, Doug. So glad to see you.
Oh, it's so nice to see
Hi,
you
Jerry.
back.
How are you?
Goodness sakes. Welcome back.
How are the eyelashes? Still
Well,
long?
still good.
Good. And John, how are you?
Fine.
Good. Where's Bobby?
Trying to find another store window to crash through.
I'm so glad you came today. It's
Oh,
just made
it was a
real
pleasure. I'm
great.
just so glad the timing was perfect.
Wasn't it
Yeah.
perfect? Uh-huh. Where are you going in Chicago?
Well, we're doing a convention for a Chicago Truckers Organization.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last I heard about it. Should be very interesting. You know.
You like trucks?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, where are you going from there then?
From there, well, we have a thing. We have to stop by Elkhart, Indiana, where Con Instrument Company is providing us with all new horns.
Oh,
So
you'll
we're getting,
sound real
like,
good then for a
all
change.
shiny, brand new.
You can play in tune for a change.
Yes,
We'll look better.
We'll look better anyway.
Oh, that's wonderful. They're gonna
It'll
give
take
them
a
to you?
while before we can teach them Man with a Horn, though.
Yeah. Right.
You
we'll
can't
have
do
to-
that,
teach the
huh?
horns.
Well, we
I
have.
heard you wrote something to sing to me today, did you?
Yes, we
Yes.
did.
I want to hear it right now.
Right now?
Right now. I want to hear it right
We wrote it
now.
in the car coming on the way up.
That's all right. It'll be good then.
Well, it was kind of between
Between,
20 hours of driving. But it works out.
I'd like to hear it right now.
We'd love to do it.
The Four Saints. Really great.
For you, mother dear, we are gathered here to welcome you in song. We feel a glow in our hearts, we know you're back here where you belong. So now that you're here, we can disappear, although we hate to go on this joyful day. What else can we say? But God bless you, we missed you so.
You sound like the Buffalo Bills. Like the Buffalo Bills.
Well, that was a kind of a written around the Sweetheart of Sigma Chi.
I recognized it.
Right. We figured the sweetheart part fits anyway if the Sigma Chi does it.
That's darling, though. It was awful cute. Who
Thank
wrote
you.
those words?
I did, yeah. I just kind of knocked them out.
What other song you wrote?
Well, I wrote a song called This Land.
I love that so. Can't you do that today?
We didn't bring it. We
You
didn't bring the
it?
music.
What are you
up.
going to do today? Then?
Well, we figured that, gosh, there'd be so many things happening that we just
Oh,
kind
no,
of.
you're not going to try that on me now.
We
You got to do
can't.
something.
Oh, Bill, and
Would you like to hear this one again?
Yes, I'd like to hear that again.
we have turned in all our instruments on our way to Elkhart to pick up the other ones, so that's why we don't have horns. But we could run to the car and get something in about 5 minutes.
What do you get out of the car if
Music.
you haven't got any instruments?
Music for the band to play, because.
All right, go to the car and get something.
We're sorry, but gosh, we thought there'd be
Well,
just
no,
all
you can
kinds
never
of.
come in here not to perform. You know
Okay,
that.
we'll go.
Go
we'll
right
go.
now and get something.
Okay.
Right this
Let's
minute.
go, guys!
Pauline, how about singing a song for me?
I'd love to.
I'd love to have you do one.
Okay.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to do a Matchmaker from...
Make Me a Dream, uh-huh.
Oh, what is that?
Fiddler
what is
on the
that?
Roof.
Fiddler on the Roof,
Uh-huh.
yes.
Mm-hmm. It's a good song.
Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Matchmaker, matchmaker, look through your book and make me the perfect match. Matchmaker, matchmaker, I'll bring the veil. You bring the groom, slender and pale. Bring me a ring, for I'm longing to be the envy of all I see. For mama, make him a scholar. For pa, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a find, make me a match of my own. For Papa, make him a scholar. For Ma, make him rich as a king. For me, well, I wouldn't holler if he were as handsome as anything. Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Find me a find, catch me a catch. Night after night in the dark I'm alone, so find me a find. Oh, make me a match of my
You should do Sunrise, Sunset from the same show. That's such a beautiful
Yes, I'll
song.
do that.
Look at this beautiful thing, this Madonna. Isn't this lovely? And
can
Frank
see it
Pierce
all.
brought that to me.
Did
Where is
he
Frank?
really?
Where is Frank?
Right?
Frank and his wife. Isn't that the darlingest thing you ever saw in your life? You know, I have a collection of
Yes, I know
Madonnas.
you do, and that's one of the loveliest.
And I think that's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. His wife made it.
What do you know?
She made it out of wire
Oh, I see. She made it out of wire and then
and then
put
a
this-
kind of bandage material, which she bronzed.
and then bronzed it. Isn't that darling?
Isn't that lovely to be that smart?
Beautiful. Oh, yes. She makes so many pretty
She's
things.
lovely. I met her at the antique
Lamps
show
and things
Sunday.
like that,
She's
you know,
lovely
she
woman.
makes. Isn't that lovely, Colleen?
Beautiful.
Where is Frank? Where's Frank? I can thank him in person. He's afraid of me on account of the weather. Check on Inez. Oh, I see. Is she roaming around here? Is she going to be on the show today?
You never can tell with that. You got an orchid there.
Oh, good.
Oh, yes, it's beautiful.
For me?
It says,
Marion,
"Welcome
this is for
back."
me. Now we'll look like twins.
This is from the nurses and patients of the Shady Nook Nursery Home, Mrs. McMullen in Lawrenceburg, Indiana. She said yours is the only program they ever watch.
Isn't that
Oh, for goodness
So you know they're
sake.
glad to see you back.
Well, I'm glad to be back and see all those people. I've had so many letters from people in the hospitals. You have no idea. And people who are shut-ins, you know. And that gives you the courage to come back and try again, you know. I'll never be any good, I'll tell you that. I'll never be any good. No, I won't.
No, yes, you
No, I won't. But I'll try.
We're in trouble, Ruth.
What? I'll try. That's all I can do.
We're in trouble.
What?
Says, sorry I will miss your return to TV today, but do want to join your many friends in wishing you good health and the same success you enjoyed for many years, William O. DeWitt.
Oh, did I say anything I shouldn't have? Now you're making that up, Bobby.
No, it's right here in yellow and white, or yellow and black.
Should have been bordered in black. I bet he feels that way.
Well, yeah, you know, we think we feel bad.
Yeah.
Look at the money he lost because of that.
I know.
So, Jerry Thomas sent you a wire from WKRC
Oh, he's
Radio.
so cute.
From him and Granny.
I've
And
gotten well acquainted with all the radio people now.
Yeah, I guess so.
Tay Baker from the University of Cincinnati. And Tom Moore from Capitol Records. Here
And
in-
Ed Jucker called me this morning at home.
And Frankie Lane from Capitol
Oh,
Records.
how nice.
And Al Martino.
Oh, Al. I
She
wish
says,
you'd
welcome
come
back
here.
and
so
luck in the
great.
Christmas fun. And Jody Miller. She's been on
Oh,
your
how
show.
nice, uh-huh.
Well, you're living today, aren't you?
I'm
huh?
really living
Oh,
today.
boy. And this is from the Bellamar Motel, Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Don't tell
Ina
the poor
Nedler.
saints will die.
Oh, I know. And from John Gilligan, too. He says, welcome home from the Queen City to the Queen of the Airwaves. Warm regards, John J. Gilligan.
Oh, that's very nice, uh-huh. Well, save all those now, Bobby. I'll have to answer all those, too, you know, if I possibly can. Now, let me see. Any more commercials left?
Oh, do we?
Hey, I thought you'd forgotten.
Oh, I can't forget, Peter, with you sitting there egging me on.
We have Brillo back.
Brillo?
Yeah, Brillo.
I can't get excited about that.
If you ever get a dirty pan, you will, or a pitted pot.
I know, but I just can't get worked up about it for some reason. What do you say about that, Robert?
Well, if you have pitted pots, you have a problem, you see.
If you have what?
Pitted pots, you see. You know what pitted
I
pots
knew
is?
her, too. She used to
Yes.
sing in the choir.
Yeah. You see, this is what causes pitting. When you leave that soap scum...
You can talk plainer than that.
I know, but I'd be out of a job. You use this to get your pots and pans shiny
unpitted.
clean. Because it has this pink polishing soap for pitted pots in there. It's beautiful, yes.
Oh, we shouldn't laugh about a nice sponsor like that. Now, you hold it, Bobby. You like to hold
I
that.
shall, yes.
Right in front of your face. That's it.
Hey, that's the best picture we've had on here in years, isn't it?
Well, of
It's
course,
a great
they used to,
product,
you know,
though.
this before, you know, and it's wonderful. It's a, what do they call it now?
It's a metal fiber.
Metal fiber, not steel wool, metal fiber.
It's a
has
permeated-
more soap note now, too, you know.
It's a permeated pink polishing soap for pitted
It's
pots.
not a permeated soap, no.
No, the pad is permeated with the soap.
Pad permeated with pink soap
For pitted pots.
for pitted pots. Say that, Peter, real fast now. Real fast.
Permeated pitted pots.
No.
That's close enough.
Come on now, you-
silver dollars in that man.
Let's try him out now. Come on, Nick, see if you can say it.
Pick a pack of pitted
no,
pots.
No.
Wait.
It's a pad permeated with pink soap
A pad permeated with pink soap
for pitted
for pitted pots.
For pitted pads.
For pitted pads. Pitted. Pit pat potted. Potted
pitted
pits.
pots.
Potted pits. No.
Add 'em
Padded.
Put them all
started
together.
this
and they
anyway.
I don't know. Forget about it.
If they need them, they'll go and buy them.
Oh,
I'm
sure
pretty
they
sure of
will.
that.
You know, after that,
Say a kind word for little old Dobie here.
Oh, yes.
I know his cousin Gillis.
These are very nice. Have you girls used these? They're so nice, I think. You use those at home all the time.
We do too. I sleep on
They
them.
don't break your fingernails, you know. And they clean up little things very quickly and easily, like your casseroles and something like that.
And
The
dirty
Adobe
knees.
cleaning pads. Now, what else do we have to do?
After that commercial, I'm
How
glad
about
we
the
have
top
Buffett.
value stamps? Do we have
we
those?
got them here, right here. I've got the number, the lucky winner, and everything. We're all
Oh,
set to go.
Peter, now's your time to shine.
That's right, yes. Top value
All right,
stamps.
who has a magic number?
Number 99.
99.
Oh,
There she is up there. What is your name? Mrs. Howard Kuntz from where? Osgood, Indiana. Can you use these stamps? 4 books full.
That'll go with what I've got.
You got, how many do you have?
Oh, 5 or 6, maybe,
Well,
something
this will
like
kind of
that.
build up the supply a little bit. Yes, want to give those to her, Bonnie? Uh-huh.
That'll
How
be
many of you
wonderful.
saved the top value stamps?
Thank you so much.
They're wonderful. You know, you look through that catalog, you can find almost anything you want. Sheets, pillowcases, any kind of bedding, all kinds of tablecloths, furniture, everything in the world. And of course, when you shop at Kroger's, you get those top value stamps, as you do many other places. And they have a double golden guarantee. You know that, don't you? That means that if you're not satisfied with what you get with the stamps, they'll give you double your money back. Or no, not double your money back. They'll give you your stamps back,
your stamps
and they'll
back.
give you a new one.
Or they'll give you a new one.
I think they'll either give you both of them. They'll either give you your stamps back or give you a new one. Now, Bobby, I made this up since I've been home.
I think that falls into the category of that other $500 from Zest, doesn't it?
No, I'm serious about that.
They will give you another one or give you your stamps back. Isn't that right?
No, that's not right. No.
They'll give you another one and your stamps back?
And your stamps, you just demand your stamps back. Just tell them you want them back. If you have to go to all the trouble taking it back, you should get your stamps back.
Oh, no, just get another, the same article.
Sorry about that, folks.
Well, you keep out of this, Bobby. I'll
Okay.
run my railroad and you run
Okay,
yours.
Paul. Okay, Paul. Okay, I'll go out there and sit in Neesville. How's that? All right.
Now, what else we have to talk about? Creamettes, we talked about those before.
Right.
We had meatballs with spaghetti and Kellogg's cereals. You're
Right.
still on that kick?
Oh, yes,
How about you,
Special
Peter?
K.
You're still on Kellogg's?
Yes, ma'am. You bet your life. Had them this morning.
I like the cereals
That's
very
right.
much, don't you?
40%.
Do you buy the little variety packs? What do you buy usually? Big boxes or the little ones?
Did you hear what Esther Peterson
I like-
said about the variety packs?
Who?
Esther Peterson said if you want to save money, don't buy the variety packs. She said buy all in one box because the packaging costs so much more. Now, if you're wealthy and able to
Well, we're
pay
all
the extra
wealthy,
money
aren't
for
we, girls?
the packaging, buy the variety packs.
Well, I think
We
it
like the
depends.
convenience, though.
How many people are in your family? Sometimes you can't get through a large box, you know, and then it's really more economical to buy those.
I think so, too. They're fresh when you open them,
Now, remember what you're saying is being said against the special advisor to the president on home economics,
Who's
Mrs. Esther
she?
Peterson.
Esther Peterson?
Yes.
Well, he needs some advice. I'll tell you that right
She,
now.
Esther.
She does.
Be careful, you're talking about one of your own sex, do you know?
No, I'm talking about somebody. You said she was, what?
She
Special advisor to the president.
She
I
watches.
said he needs some,
yeah.
some
Oh,
advice.
he needs
yes.
it.
She watches what they spend. She's sort of a bird watcher.
I'd love to take off on something, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Don't worry. Don't get excited.
Do.
No, oh no, not
Go ahead.
for the
I'll
world.
hold your coat.
No, not for the world. I'm going to be very sweet today. Very darling.
Well, you are so far.
Yes, I'm going to be just darling. I'm not going to say anything unkind about anybody.
There they go.
Well, there's a hint, musical hint.
He's playing it back home again in Indiana. What's he playing that for? Station break? All right, go ahead if you want to. I can't have a word to say on this show.
This is WLW Radio in Cincinnati. And the living color, Channel 2 is me. Channel 4 Columbus. 13 is the channel over in Indianapolis.
Indiana?
And the whole thing originates live. Channel 5 Cincinnati, 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 Ohio. Yeah.
Yeah, hooray! That's good. Now, how about Easy On Spray Starch? Isn't that on today?
Surely is.
That's a great product. You know that? We're doing the curtains up again at home, so I have to take a couple cans home with me.
How often do you do the curtains? It seems like you're always
No,
doing the
about 3 times a year. How often do you do yours, girls? Your curtains? About 3 times a year? 2 or 3? Well, when you iron those ruffles, you know, it's so nice to use that Easy On Spray Starch. It
We
never
just painted our
scorches.
windows white in our house.
You know, Bobby, I think you've changed a lot since I've been away.
I have. I've gotten older, a little gray on
I
the
think so,
side.
too.
Yes.
I know Peter's changed a lot.
I'll say.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, uh-huh.
How do you feel Peter and I have changed?
Well, you're both so smart aleck.
That's right. You know, we need a moderator.
It's true. That's true. Very true.
No, you're just darling, both of you. I just love you both. You know that.
No, we're not either.
Yes, you are.
Include Nick in this now, do you?
Sure, I include Nick naturally. He knows that.
She
I
hasn't known him
know.
long enough to pick on him yet.
I'll get around to him later. Uh-huh.
You're next, Nick.
So you have this in 3 different sizes now, you know. Easy On Spray Starch, a wonderful product to use for your ironing, to cut down on the ironing time, which is very important, I think. Nobody wants to spend too much time over that ironing board.
I don't like iron at all.
I know you don't, so you sing a song if you don't
All
like to
right,
iron.
I shall. And this is sort of a special thing for you from Callie and Pauline.
Oh, really?
Yes, they asked that I dedicate this to you.
Oh, I see. I think they're so glad to get me out of the house, they don't know what to do.
You're just too marvelous for words like glorious, glamorous, and that old standby amorous. You're just too wonderful, I'll never find the words that say enough, tell enough. I guess they just aren't swell enough. You're much too much, and just too very, very, to ever be in Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing the love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words. You're much too much and just too very, very to ever be in the Webster's dictionary. And so I'm borrowing the love song from the birds to tell you that you're marvelous, too marvelous for words. Thank you.
Wonderful, Ruby, wonderful, wonderful. Did Carrie and Pauline ask you to do that?
Yes.
Oh, how nice.
Isn't that
They've
nice?
been awfully good to me. They really have. I've been good to them, too. I really have now, Ruby.
I know you have.
I don't get in their hair at all.
Just real nice.
I just stay in one room and don't pay attention to them. Just let them go ahead and do what they want.
Well, that's nice.
They like that.
That's true.
No, they really have been very good to me, though. I couldn't have better help in the world.
They're very devoted to you, very
Very
faithful.
devoted, very kind.
You picked on Bob and me and Nick.
I haven't
on
picked
the
on
band.
Bobby or anybody. Haven't said an unkind word to anyone, have I? Have I now?
Well,
Not an unkind
we're very
word, but I'm
sensitive. We
going
felt that you
to.
had.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to say anything unkind.
You haven't said
Where's
it.
Frank Pierce? I think I'll pick
He's
on
right
him.
here.
Come on up here, Frank.
On a day like today, how could you pick on him?
Hi,
pick on
Frank.
me?
How are you?
It's good to see you back.
So good to be here. Thank you for that lovely Madonna. Your wife
Thank
made
my
that?
wife, yes.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever had. Just beautiful. I think it's the most lovely thing. How does she
Her
make
own,
something like that?
Don't ask me, but there it is. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Certainly. I didn't know who that was from. You know, I saw it in my table in the office.
Yes,
And I saw it
well,
was
she
from-
understood you to say sometime back that you had a collection
That's
of
right.
Madonnas.
I do have a whole table full
And
of them.
she was looking around for something to dabble in the way of art. She said, I think I'll make a Madonna for Ruth. And that's really was
wasn't
made,
that sweet of
especially with
her?
you in mind.
Really beautiful. I love that. Well, thank her for me, and I'll thank her too.
Certainly will.
And thank you for this lovely day. What a beautiful day
Isn't
this
it a
is.
gorgeous day?
Gorgeous day.
And
You
2
wouldn't
more to
dare to
go.
have anything else, though.
Absolutely not. You don't know how I prayed.
Oh, it's a wonderful, though. It's just wonderful. out.
Absolutely gorgeous. About 60 degrees outside now. We'll probably hit about 65, as will Dayton, Columbus, and Indianapolis. And looks like another clear and warmer day tomorrow. We should be up to about 70. Then Thursday, maybe a little cloud in. On the western side, maybe a little rain, but not much in it yet this week.
Well,
Looks
that's all right.
looks
You can
gorgeous.
keep the rain. We don't need any right now.
We certainly don't. No, we have a lot of complainers right now. That's why I thought you were going to pick on me.
No, I'm not going to pick on it at all. I love
Nobody
it.
today.
It's a lovely day.
I'm
and
sorry I
thank
missed you earlier. That's a long story, but when the boys were here before, we were playing golf one day, and Jerry lost a cover to one of his woods, and it was returned to me. And so I ran across the street when I heard they were going to be on. I ran across to get it. And of course, you know I do the right thing, but always at the wrong time.
Well, they'll be back, though. They've gone after
Yes,
some
they're
music.
here now. They're back.
Good.
Right.
Good. Thank you. Who's on the phone?
Hello, hello
Hand me
there.
the phone. Hello, Herman.
Thank you.
Thank you. I told about that. Yes, he built that Eiffel Tower, I called in one day and talked about it. How are you? I know it is. I gotta go now, Herman. I can't talk to you. I haven't cried all morning. You quit looking at those beautiful girls. Thank you. He has a great voice. That's right. I'll talk to you later then. Bye. He's so cute. He really is. He really, I love Herman. I really do. He's my husband, you know.
Oh, is that your husband? Oh, marvelous.
He's just darling. You thought he'd be here? He wanted to come, but he didn't want to come, you know. And he just kind of started to come, but he couldn't make up his mind. It's kind of hard for him, you know. But I feel so sorry for him. Now he's got me to crying. I wasn't going to cry the whole show.
Just sing a song. Just tell him to get that sod fixed up.
Where are those boys? Bring those boys. Bring those four saints back in here.
Yeah.
Yes. We better all take a bufferin right now.
Immediately.
Yes, take a bufferin. When you're tired or when you're upset, take a bufferin, put your feet up, rest a little bit. You feel like $1 million. Bring them in the right way this time, Nick. Yeah.
I can see it now. I can see it now. Oh, my.
Oh, Doug, did you get hit with the door?
It feels better. You should be over here.
Did you get something? Get some music?
We got some music.
You can't sing it now, though, huh? You're too banged up. Come on now, we need something to pep us up a little bit right here. What do you got, Doug?
Well, we have that this land and a mountain greenery, which was on our very first album that we brought here.
I know, That's
On
very
those,
good, too.
this-
Well, do that one first and then do this land.
Okay. Mountain greenery, shuffle, shuffle.
Double shuffle, yes.
Pick one from the deck there, anyone. Okay, let's count them. 1, 2,
1, 2, 3, 4. In a mountain greenery where God paints all the scenery, just two crazy people together. When you love your love, let blue skies be your coverlet. When it rains, we'll laugh at the weather together.
And if you're good, I'll search for wood so that you can cook, little baby,
while I stand looking, and thinking that things could find no keener reception in a beanery. Bless our mountain greenery home, sweet home. In a mountain greenery where God paints the scenery, just two crazy people together. When you love your lover, blue skies will be your cover. When it rains, we'll laugh at the weather.
And if you're good, so good, we will search for wood so we can swing.
Have a swing in time, and eventually find that beats will be never find a keener reception in a great big beanery. Bless our mountain greenery home. We'll make a mountain greenery scene, dear. We'll start by disconnecting the phone. Just as they're digging all the scenery here, dear. A crazy mountain greenery home, sweet home.
Aren't they darling? Really, aren't they darling? You're just darling. That's all there is to it. No other word describes it. Don't grin at me like that.
His nose, he can't.
I gotta
His
do it
nose
because
is
it
still
hurts
there.
a little, yeah.
Well, you should use our new door more often.
I like that very much.
I do too. If you just get in, huh?
Tastes good, too.
Now, this next song is one that Doug wrote, and I just love it. It's called This Land. I think you'll like it, too. It has a great meaning to it. Don't you think so?
There is no land in this whole wide world like this land. This land, for the beauty of it all, came straight from God's hand. To this land he made each blade of grass that grows, each petal of the smallest rose. Such wonderful things he made for this land with his hand. Every mountain, every forest stream in this land he planned, and through ages all he gave to us will still stand in this land. Each thing the eye can see that lives and grows will always be beautiful and everlasting in this land. In this land there is splendor far beyond all dreams for each man. In this land, from the oceans to the deserts and of this land,
was beautiful, just beautiful. What do you say?
I think this is an ideal time to read this wire that came to you, Ruth. It says, welcome home, Lance Corporal Gary L. Sylvie, somewhere in Vietnam.
Ah. How did I get that, I wonder?
It came from him somewhere.
What do you know? In South Vietnam, those poor boys.
True.
And my heart aches for them. It really does. And all those who are left behind, too. How much they must suffer from that. It's a sad time we're living in right now.
Did you know that Marion's son went into the Navy yesterday?
Yes, I know he did. Was it yesterday, Marion?
Yes.
Well, now, don't you start crying.
No. The world's safe now.
He's going to save it? Putting up a brave front, aren't you? Well, let me see, Bobby. We have 2 more commercials to do.
Right,
Go ahead and do them. You wanted to talk? Go ahead now.
Oh, I didn't
This is
say
your
that.
chance. Let Peter do one. You do the other one.
All right, I'll do.
Nick, you come and do
I'll
one.
take buffering because I could use some right
we did
about
buffering
now.
already.
No, we didn't do. Did we?
Yes,
really?
we did. I said they're all going to take one after a
Well,
while.
we have. Oh, that was the commercial. Okay.
I think Doug should do buffering.
All right.
Let Doug do that. Yes,
Maybe
I
I
think
ought
he
to
should
do
it.
buffering.
We'll give you a little buffer. It's in a new unbreakable bottle in case you run into any doors or anything like that. All right. The other one is Gleam toothpaste.
Now I want to hear you do a commercial.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh. I don't do...
Well, go ahead and do one.
Okay, let's see. Which one do you want me to
Gleam
do?
toothpaste.
Gleam toothpaste. Mothers who care make sure that their children brush their teeth regularly and use Gleam. And why? Because we all know that dental care is very important and regular dental care is extremely important. And we know that the children won't brush their teeth unless they like the taste of that toothpaste.
That's very good. That's very
Is
good.
that all right? Am I
Very
doing-
good.
am I
Oh,
doing it?
you were real great. Go ahead.
I was winging there for a while.
You're
wasn't
real
I, Ruth?
great. Yes, you were.
Okay. This is what we want you to look for is Gleam. And just remember that phrase. Mothers who care know that their children, mothers who care, we got that so far, should know that their children should brush their teeth regularly, and everybody in the family, not just the children, and use Gleam. And when you use Gleam, you're using the best.
GL70.
Oh, I forgot. Yes, with GL70.
Don't have to worry about that anymore. We don't mention
Well,
that
I say it anyway because I'm used to it. Mhm.
Pretty bad, huh, Ruth?
Yes, pretty bad. No, it was very
Okay.
good. I
Oh.
think you were great.
Oh, thank you.
Really great. Really great. No, I think you were wonderful. Really. I think you got something there. Don't you think so? Oh, indeed. Now, Peter, you do one.
All right. All
We're
right,
trying
fine.
to audition a few people here
Oh,
today,
yeah.
you know.
All right, fine. This is Tenderleaf tea. Shall I? You want to hold it while I give the
Yeah,
commercial?
let me hold
All
it.
right, you hold it. That'll be fine. At
This
least
is
we have a
Tenderleaf tea,
good
girls.
picture on the
Take a look
program.
at this now. This
Yes.
is Tenderleaf tea. This
Uh,
is instant tea.
Instant tea, yes. They
Yes.
also make a very fine tea leaf, you know. Of course, the instant tea comes from the...
I hate to tell you, but we're not supposed to talk about their instant tea anymore.
Oh.
Bobby, you're just bossing everybody today.
Why, George?
Somebody had to keep the store, and you're not supposed to talk about instant tea anymore. Really.
So talk about the tea
Well,
bags.
they gave it to us. I told you not to hold things up.
Yes. Well, Tenderleaf tea, you know, they come from way down the tender little teas.
Yes, the little leaves,
Yes. They're hidden down there. They don't get exposed to the sun. They're grown way up high in the mountains, the Himalayas, I suppose. Anyway, they're grown.
Peter, what
How about the
matter with you?
Ma'am?
You're completely off base.
Am I?
You got, you got everything? Yeah, go ahead, Nick. Do yours.
Mothers who care.
Thank you.
Serve Tenderleaf tea.
Tenderleaf tea, all the time. In a tea
Yes, they
bag.
have tiny little tea leaves.
That's right, then they brush their teeth with them, and it's just wonderful.
That's right, that's right.
And when
That's
you
very
when you
good.
feel ill, you know, Ruth, didn't you find when you were at home?
No,
and
I
you-
like coffee.
But sometimes, as a change, though, didn't you find that Tenderleaf tea made a nice
I
change?
think you're right about
Yes,
that, Peter.
that's
Yes, it's
very
very
soothing.
soothing. Yes.
Well, even when you're not ill, if you think you're going to be ill, try
I think
Tenderleaf
I'm
tea.
going to be ill.
To keep
I
from
think I'm
being
going to be
ill.
ill any minute.
For heaven's sakes, use Tenderleaf tea, at least once in a while.
I
won't
think
you
for
please?
heaven's sake I'll have to. You failed, Peter. You failed.
I failed.
He hasn't had enough experience yet.
I can start a newscast.
Who has the magic number today, Bobby? You have all those little tidbits of information?
Would you want me to give it, or you want me to let
No,
Nick
you
do
give it.
Okay. It's Mrs. Robert Meyer of Batesville, Indiana.
Where is she? Mrs. Meyer. And what is it, a gift?
She's won a jacuzzi whirlpool bath, and I'll take it out and install it for her.
Oh, that's a wonderful thing.
Yes.
You really will like it. You really
Oh,
will.
yeah.
Uh-huh. And now who has the magic clock number?
Mrs. Leonard Robinson of Morningview, Kentucky.
Mrs. Robinson of Morningview, over here. What time do you think it might be on that magic clock?
Between
What? Between what?
That's a good
Can't get around the set.
Can't get through the door. They can't come through the door.
Between 12 and 12:30, you have to give a half hour.
That's it, half hour.
You're not sure. We'll be all right. Just let me alone. Between 12 and 12:30, quarter after. That's why I said anyway. Quarter after. You got that in the wrong place. It should be quarter after. That's right. That's right. Quarter after. Now, who's that from, Bobby?
The Boys and Girls at Children's Hospital in Columbus, Ohio. And you have one from Mr. and Mrs. Don Malloy and a wire from Ruhama Moody.
Who?
Ruhama, it says here. It must be a
Ruhama.
R-U-H-A-M-A.
We have one for someone here in the audience, Ruth. Is there a Betty Robinson in the audience? She called in sick today. Please bring your doctor's sick report, your boss.
Oh, where's Betty Robinson? Where is she? Take your doctor's report in now. Now we're going to wave, aren't we, girls? Say hello to all the folks who are watching at home. And you know, this is a great part of this program.
Yes. Oh,
when I was home, I used to wait for this every day. They all look so beautiful. They wear their white gloves, and they look so happy.
Really do.
And they get good shots now, you know. Do you girls like the way these seats are now? I like it I didn't think I would like it, but I like it much better. They can all see, and I can see all of you, and that's very important, you know. Now, first of all, is there a club of any kind here today? A club? The what? The Happy Hearts Home Demonstration Club. From where? Batesville, Indiana. How many in that group? Over here, 16. Is there another club or group here today? No other club? What's your club? Sunlight Bridge Club. And where are you from? Mount Healthy. Glad to have you here today. Now then, let's look up, we have a new waving song.
I know.
We have a brand new waving song. So if you hear this music, you wave anyway. It's the waving music. All right, let's go, Ruby.
All right. Straighten your hats now, pull on your gloves, look like you're having fun. For the time has come to say hello and wave to everyone. Powder your noses, pull in your chins, that is the way it's done. You're in true living color, so look your best and wave to everyone. You have waited so long for this wonderful day. You have come from near and far. And now is the time to let everyone see exactly who you are. You're lovely to look at, delightful to know. And since this show's begun, you've been dying to wave and say hello. So wave to everyone.
You see, while the cameras are around there, up across there, welcome you. We welcome you. These are the Children's Hospital at Riley. Was it Riley? Cincinnati Children's Hospital. They made that. Isn't that darling?
There are pictures of all the
We're
children
going to keep
there.
that
and
there
so
all
forth.
the time until Christmas time. Isn't that darling? We welcome you. I think it's just lovely.
Beautiful.
Now, Bobby, I want you to sing. If you don't want to, I'm going to be mad at you.
I'd love to.
I think this boy has done a magnificent job, a wonderful job. And before you do, I want to say thank you to Elsa and to Mickey and to Gloria, who have egged me on here every day.
Great girls. They've been great help us.
Yeah.
Now here's Bobby.
What a day this has been. What a rare mood I'm in. Why, it's almost like being in love. There's a smile on my face for this whole human race. Why, it's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be like a bell that keeps ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling. I could swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. All the music of life seems to be, where'd that come from? Bell that keeps ringing for me. And from the way that I feel when that bell starts to peal, I could swear I was falling. I could swear I was falling. It's almost like being in love. It's almost like being in love. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good to have you home, Ruth.
Good to be here.
Thank you.
We'll see you all tomorrow about the same time. You have something you want to say at the end, Bobby?
No, only that it's just great to have you back, and I don't think we have enough time to read that plaque, Ruth, so we'll have to do it tomorrow from Bud Boskin. It's a beautiful sentiment. I think it speaks all of hers very well.
I'm so glad to be back. I'm so glad to see you all. Thank you all very much.